Hello everybody. Today we're going to cover part 9 of our Linux tutorial systems, and we're going to cover the ln command, the find command, and the sort command. So go ahead and power on your VM, and once you get it up and running, go to Applications, System Tools, and the Terminal. I'm going to make mine full screen so we can see it better. The first command we need to go over is the ln command. The ln command links files together. So before we can do that, obviously we have to have a file. So cat greater than wage.txt, and we'll enter a short amount of data here that we have something to work with. So employee hours, rate, and the total. Hit enter. So we'll do John 30 hours at a rate of $5.25. We don't make much here in North Carolina. And then we'll do a total of $157.50. Do one more. So Jane 40, and she's rated $6.50 for a total of $260. Do an enter and do a Control D to save. So now we need to link this file to another file. So to do that, we'll type ln wage.txt, and we'll name the new file wage2.txt. Hit enter, and what this does is going to link the original to the second one. So it'll link wage2 and all the data within there to the second file. So if we cat wage2, we can see there's our data that we have that we entered in the original. If we list it by the inode number, so an ls minus I, an inode number is where it sits at on the hard drive, we can see the inode numbers are the same for both of them. This is what we wanted, and it worked great for that. So say we want to append something to the second one. So cat two redirector symbols or two greater than symbols, and hit enter. And say we want to add Tim in. So Tim 20 hours at a rate of $5.75 for a total of $115. Hit enter, do a Control D to save. Now if we cat wage2, we can see that Tim has been added, and if we cat the original one, we can also see Tim has been added. So this is where it differentiates itself from the cp command or the copy command. The ln command will link it back to the original file as well, where copy will not. So that's what we wanted to see. So if we say we remove the original one, what will happen? So rm wage.txt, we do an ls, we can see that the original one's gone, but wage2's is still here. So if we cat wage2.txt, we can see that all of our data is still there as well. So if you remove the original, the old one, if you remove the original one, the new one will still have all the data and it'll still be there. And if we list it by the inode numbers, it'll still have the same inode numbers as it did before. So it's still there. That's about it for the ln command. So next we'll go over the find command. And for what the find command does, it's going to find files in a directory. So we're going to have to make a directories hierarchy, that way it can search through it. So we'll type make dir. Let me clear my screen here so we can get back to the top. Do a make dir trees, cd to trees, and then do a make dir oaks, cd to oaks, and then we'll just make a file in here. So cat greater than oaks.txt, and then we're going to type one oak tree. We'll do white oaks, hit enter, do a Control D to save, and now we need to cd back to our home directory. So cd tilde, and from there we'll search for the oaks file within the directory hierarchy. So to do that, we'll do find period tac name oaks.txt, and then tac print. The period stands for look within this current directory and see if you can find what I'm passing as an argument. So if we hit enter, I did something wrong because it didn't find anything, and we know there's something there. So if I would name the file right, so oaks.txt, then it's going to search, and it's going to say period, this is where we are. And then we go to we entered into the trees directory, then we entered the oaks directory, and there's our file under the oaks directory. So say we want to search for the all of the .txt extensions within our current system. So what we want to do is we want to do a find period. So look in this directory, tac name double quote asterisk.txt. The asterisk before what we're passing in as the argument says look for each thing at the end of the file. So look for each of the extensions. It's going to look for the extensions. So hit another double quote to close it up, and then attack print, hit enter, and it's going to look for everything that has a .txt extension. And as we can see, wage 2 has a .txt extension, and it actually sits right here in our home directory, which we knew that already. So that's going to cover it for the find command. Next we'll cover the sort command. Sort command may take a little bit longer because we have to enter in a few more things. So before we can use the sort command, we have to have a file to work with. So we'll make one real quick. Cat grades.txt, and then we'll call it. We'll enter some data here. So Jim has a person, and then do 89, made an 89 and a 91. Hit enter. We'll do Kim. Kim had a 78 and an 83. We'll do Tom, or Tim. Let's do Tom. I like Tom better. And then we'll do a 98 and an 86. And we'll do one more. So we'll do Ada. Ada made a 92 and a 90. Hit enter and do a Control D to save. And I did mine. I did mine as tabs. So after Jim, I did a tab 89. You could do it in semicolons or colons or commas, any way you want to do it. I just did tabs. So if we do sort grades.txt, by default it's going to search in the first column. As we can see in our first column, Ada's right there, and it's going to do it that way if you just use it, sort by itself. Say we want to sort in reverse order, so sort -r grades.txt, and there it's going to say Tom. It's going to put Tom at the first because he is, he's the last in the list, so Tom at the first. That's how it works with the -r switch. And that's probably going to cover it for today on sort. There's a few more things we can do, but I don't really use them that much, and I'm going to imagine most people don't as well. If you want to sort things, you can do it that way, the way that I just did it. So that's going to cover it for today. So if you like what you've seen, go ahead and subscribe and hit like down there, and stay tuned. Coming up pretty soon, we're getting ready to end this playlist and start on a new one. We'll go into scripting and a few other things. So if you liked it, go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned. We got some nice things coming up. Scripting is going to take a while to cover, so just stay tuned for that. Thank you guys, and have a nice day.